Brawl Stars has had many collabs throughout the game's history, some very good and some not so good. And today, I'm going to be ranking all of these collabs in Brawl Stars. Starting off, we've got the Godzilla collab. This was the first one to truly change how Brawl Stars did their collabs. They introduced new skins, a new game mode, and for the first time, limited abilities. This event started back in April 2024. The skins they added were themed after the various Godzilla monsters, including the first ever hypercharged skin, and they all looked really good. We also got a limited time game mode to where you could become Godzilla and destroy the city, but this mode was a bit flawed. Godzilla wasn't even that strong, with little range and slow movement, as well as plenty of bugs to make it unfair. But the biggest part of this collab was the introduction of limited time abilities, better known as mutations. These were abilities that ranged from enhancing your super to just passive abilities, and while most of these power-ups were pretty broken, they were limited to certain modes, so at least you didn't have to play against them, unlike a certain collab we'll talk about later. Overall, this collab was a great way to kick off 2024. It's definitely one of the most memorable collabs, and for that, it's going in A tier. Next is BT21. This brand is a collection of characters made by line friends for the K-pop band BTS. In 2022, we got a total of 7 skins based off the various BT characters. All of these skins have really unique designs and animations, as well as cool effects for the attacks and supers. And while I do like these skins, well, most of the skins, there's some of the few epic skins that actually can't be bought with bling. I guess it has something to do with the branding and contracts, but if you want these strange skins, you'll have to pay with gems. I want to like this collab, but the skins are kind of an acquired taste, and not being able to use bling is a bit disappointing, so I'm going to be putting them in C tier. Now, what if I told you that Supercell actually collabed with themselves? Well, that's exactly what they did with their other games, like Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. The Clash Stories collection definitely has a few uncanny skins, but they're not bad, especially since a few of these skins were free, like Wizard Barley being given out for connecting your Supercell ID. But skins that are far from free are the Clash Royale skins. Last year, when they introduced Supercell ID rewards, they added a bunch of Clash Royale pins that costed $40 each. And if you think that's expensive, well, the King Frank skin costs $300, and there's 2 of them you have to buy separately for a combined $600, making them the most expensive skins in the game. Don't worry, we're done now with the expensive skins, because Squad Buster Shelly was given to all players for free to celebrate the launch of Supercell's newest game, Squad Busters. And in my opinion, this is the best skin we've ever gotten for free. It has a super cool cel-shaded design, has good effects, and it's a mythic skin, so that means you get a spray, profile picture, and icon. Overall, I think the Clash skins are a nice flex, but $300 is still a lot of money. So I'm gonna put Clash in B tier and Squad Busters in A tier. And now it's time for everyone's favorite song. Okay, that's enough before I get copyright striked. But yes, for 2024's April Fool's, Brawl Stars collabed with Baby Shark. For this event, we got a Baby Shark skin for El Primo, as well as a pin that would straight up play the Baby Shark song. This might not sound bad, but creators actually had to turn off pins to avoid getting copyrighted whenever the pin was used. And if that wasn't bad enough, it would even play in the lobby. Yeah, you just couldn't escape this song during April Fool's. The cosmetics are not bad, but was it really worth it to hear Baby Shark all day? For me, no. C tier. Next, we've got another big collab, SpongeBob SquarePants. This was the big summer update of 2024. It came with skins based on the iconic SpongeBob characters like Patrick, Mr. Krabs, Squidward, and of course, SpongeBob himself. Similar to the Godzilla event, we got a few special game modes, including Jellyfish Fields, which was mediocre at best, as well as the introduction of Trio Showdown. The SpongeBob collab also brought back limited time abilities in the form of power-ups. And of course, some of them were absolutely broken, like Chum Bucket, which could make your attack home onto enemies, and Kelp Shake, which would spawn power-ups when using a super. These power-ups were definitely pretty cheesy, but in my opinion, they were way more tolerable than mutations. Another new feature this collab brought was the Krusty Shop. Here you could earn Krusty Cash by doing quests, logging in daily, and winning in certain game modes. And you would spend this cash on offers that usually have the new skins and cosmetics. So in theory, if you grinded enough, you could get all the new skins for free. Not to mention, it included a club event to also earn SpongeBob El Primo for free. You get the idea. This collab was pretty free to play friendly. In my opinion, this is the best collab we've ever gotten in Brawl Stars. The amazing skins, fun game modes, except you, and the well-balanced Krusty Shop system made for just an awesome time to play Brawl Stars. This collab is an easy S tier for me. Now this next collab actually happened outside of Brawl Stars, and that's with the rock band Dragon Force. Back when Drake were released in May of 2024, the Brawl Stars YouTube channel released an original song by Dragon Force named A Draco Tale. Honestly, I love it when brawlers get special attention like this. It adds a lot of depth that we don't always see in game. And on top of that, Dragon Force also made a special appearance at the Brawl Stars World Finals, which I was actually there for if you watched my vlog video. Being able to hear their songs live was even cooler. Even if they didn't actually impact the game, Dragon Force was still a super memorable collab. I'm putting this one in A tier. But you know what would be even better? If you collabed with the subscribe button. Seriously, click it. Have you clicked it yet? PSG, which stands for Paris Saint-Germain, is a professional football club based in France. And in 2020, they collabed with Brawl Stars. The main feature of this collab was the PSG Shelly skin, which could be won for free if you beat the PSG challenge in 2020. But this wouldn't be the last time we'd actually see PSG, because in 2021, they would return with yet another challenge, the PSG Cup, with the final reward being PSG Dynamite. This is definitely one of the smaller collabs, but we still got some pretty good content, including an animation in 2020. And getting 2 free skins is pretty nice, assuming you actually won the challenges. Overall, this collab is pretty old, with the last mention of PSG being nearly 4 years ago, but I still think it's a pretty solid collab. B tier it is. Now we've got quite possibly the most unexpected collab of this video.
Are you sure about that?
That's right, the WWE legend himself collabed with Brawl Stars in 2024. In fact, this collab was actually in conjunction with the SpongeBob event. The collab started with John Cena making an appearance in the SpongeBob animation on the Brawl Stars YouTube channel, and this collab was actually hinted beforehand, with John Cena posting an image of a trophy on his social media. In-game, we got the John Cena Challenge. If you won this, you would get a special player icon. The challenge itself was pretty easy, but my only problem with this is that he didn't even show up in the animation. All we got was this weird floating phone. Well, despite that, this collab was pretty solid, even if it was a bit small. John Cena is going to be going into B tier. Next up is Line Friends. I know I've technically already talked about them with BT21, but they did have their own separate collab with Brawl Stars. But what makes Line Friends different is that they've actually had multiple skin collections released throughout the years, with the first one being in late 2019, featuring Brown, Sally, and Leonard. Then a year later, we got 3 more skins, Coney Max, Choco Piper, and Sally again. Finally, in 2024, we got Elle Brown, Coney Colette, and oh my god! Personally, I really love all these skins. They have good designs, attack effects, and animations. But just like BT21, you can't buy these skins for bling, which is a bit sad considering just how good these skins are. And for some reason, they also had a feature to connect your Line Friends account to the game, but it was removed a while ago, so sorry to the 2 people that even used that. Even if you have to buy these skins with gems, it's totally worth it. They all just have so much personality to them, and for me, Line Friends deserves an A tier. And now finally, we have the most recent collab of this video, Toy Story. This was a very hyped event that just fell short of the expectations. To start, this event had a shop called the Pizza Planet, but if you look at it for a second, it might seem familiar. Yeah, this is just a reskin of the Krusty shop from the SpongeBob collab. And Supercell actually confirmed that this was just a reskin, because the Pizza Planet had a bug that converted your old Krusty Cash into pizza slices. So we're already off to a bad start, but this was far from the worst of this collab, because it also introduced the first ever limited time brawler, Buzz Lightyear. This brawler was an absolute nightmare to face. He had 3 modes, wings, laser, and sword, and they were all broken one way or another, especially Sword Mode Super, which was an unpredictable jump that would almost always guarantee your death. And here's the best part, you couldn't avoid him. He was in every game mode except ranked. And to make it even more frustrating, Supercell made it much easier to have duplicate brawlers in a game. So good luck beating 3 Buzz Lightyears. The only good part of this collab were the skins based off Toy Story characters, as well as the introduction of 2v2, which was fun, but not as fun as Trio Showdown. Overall, the Toy Story collab was just a major flop, with the Pizza Planet bug outraging everyone, and Ladder being so difficult to play because of this monstrosity. I just really hope Supercell learns from their mistakes, because this collab is bottom of the barrel, D tier. And that's been ranking every collab in Brawl Stars. If you disagree with any of this, feel free to tell me how bad my opinion is in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe.